Welcome back to Messages from the 90s. So, I had like an urge to watch Hercules. Um, it is movie from the 90s. And I just get this as I don't know, maybe it was for me, maybe it's for somebody else out there. In Hercules, I feel like everybody should have seen this movie, but if you haven't, go watch it. But of course, it's based on the Greek god Zeus, Hades, Hercules. Um, but in the beginning of the movie, you have Hades who is looking at Hercules just being born. He went to Mount Olympus for the baby shower, the whatever, the celebration of Hercules. And so it's a couple of things. So um when he's there, he Zeus says something to him like chill out, enjoy the party, whatever, come celebrate, be happy. And he was like, yeah, I really don't have time because I have a lot of work to do, um basically in hell or on earth, because Zeus gave him that job or bestowed upon him that job, right? So cursed him to be ruler of in hell and Hades. So that's one. So the devil is a worker. Like the evil is a worker. It has to bow to somebody to think better it things better than evil. So that's the first thing. The second thing was when he left, he went back to the underworld, and he was supposed to have a meeting with the fates. So they were seers who saw the future, past, present, future, and they already knew what he was going to ask. They already knew that he wanted to take out Zeus and be basically the ruler and be over Olympus and over the gods. So he wanted to be the big G and not the little one. We know how that story works. So he met with the fates, and the fates already knew what he wanted. And he was just like, look, tell me if it's going to be a problem. Tell me if Hercules, if this baby is going to be a problem in my plan of taking over. And the fates is like, I really wanted to read it verbatim, but I'm on my phone. I didn't set up the other camera, and I don't feel like running back to the monitors to go actually pull it up. So I'm gonna paraphrase as I remember it. Um, they went into the little song, and it was just basically like, in 18 years, you're gonna unleash the giants, whatever, the titans, and to take over. And you're not gonna have a problem unless um Hercules decides to fight back. So they went through the whole spiel like, okay, yeah, you're the man, you're gonna get it. And then at the very end, they're like, unless Hercules fights back, and then they disappear. And he's just like, what? Like, I thought I had it in the bag. You said what? All right. So because of that, he's like, well, my plan is a go, and I could possibly win this, but he would have to fight back. So his plan was, well, he can't fight back if he's not a god anymore. So he's like, well, let me strip him of his powers. And I think the quote they said was decides to fight back, chooses to fight back, something like that. So he concocted a potion to give to the baby. They kidnapped the baby, gave him the potion. The little evil workers of iniquity, the little his little henchmen they got spooked because some people came through. The people that actually found Hercules, his adoptive parents, the parents that the only parents he knew at the time growing up, found, startled the little henchman. They dropped the bottle. It broke. He wasn't. The key word was he had to get the last drop for it to work, for him to be mortal. So he didn't drink the last drop, and it was like that little spark that was still left in him, right? Oh, fast forward, fast forward, fast forward. 18 years later, right? Hercules then grew up. He didn't have people that don't nobody want to play with him in the town. Don't nobody want to, because he's clumsy. He always messes something up. He's always in the way. It's always something with Hercules. So nobody wants to fool with Hercules. Parents is kind of like, hey, just chill out, just be in the background. He's trying to find his purpose. He feels like he's called to do more. Understand what it is. So he goes on this search to be the hero, and he ends up finding out that he is a god. He was stolen. And then that intensifies his actual search, and he actually goes on that the real adventure and journey to becoming a legend hero. And at the end, of course, Hades is defeated. The thing is, the key word in the very beginning, when the fates told Hades, your plan has the potential to work if he doesn't fight back. If Hercules fights back, if he chooses to fight, your plan will fail. Hercules chose to fight even when he was mortal. He was no longer a god. He didn't have he had the strength. I think he lost it or something. He still chose to fight. And also, let me throw this in there. He met somebody on his journey, on his path to his purpose, who he fell in love with, and she was working for the other side. She, because of her own past and trying to cover up what she did, trying to love somebody else, and she lost her soul loving somebody else, she then betrayed Hercules because of Hades, because she told Hades her soul, right? And because of that, though, that's what made Hercules fight. That love, that genuineness. The whole point that I think I was brought to rewatch it and see it from a different perspective is that Hades has a job, evil has a job, Satan, the powers that be, the negative naysayers, the Judases, they have their job. Let me also say that Meg also, one that tried to sell him out, she did also have a moment where she changed her heart and gave her life for him. So you're gonna have that in your background, because it has to be like that. Like, there has to be a position or when you're called to do something great, when you're called to be great, you're going to have you're going to have, because, all right, you're seeing me in the physical, but we are spiritual. We are energy beings in a vessel. We are our flesh is just a vessel. It's just, it holds our energy, it holds our spirit, it holds our soul, right? So we operate around automatically, whether you want to believe it or not. We operate on two realms. So in the physical, we're going to have opposition as well as in the spiritual. So as above, so below, as within, so without. So this opposition in the physical is coming from the opposition in the spiritual. When you're called to do something, called, um, when you're called, I don't know what it is. When you're called to do something, you're going to have that opposition, right? And as you move through, you might come in contact with people, because he also had mentors who, honestly, they was fake. Phil was fake. Or he didn't believe in what he was doing anymore. He lost hope. So you're going to come across people of all types, whether they're there to build you up, whether they're trying to bring you down, whether they come in one instance where they may be trying to tear you down, but they turn around and, take a bullet for you. They give their life for you because they now die. And I wish people wouldn't be like that, but that is life. If we're just gonna be honest about it. But it's the act of fighting. What did they say? They said your plan has a possibility. We all know you probably still won't go win, right? But possibility of working against Zeus, if chooses to fight you, you will fail. All he had to do was choose to fight. They didn't say he had to have his strength. He didn't have to be a god. All he had to do was choose to fight. So maybe that's somebody's word out there, that you have to choose to get in the game, to get in the ring and fight. Right? Because you know you're called to more. You know you're here for a reason, that you have purpose. And yeah, you might have some people come up against you. You might have feel like, shit, you didn't have nobody that you could rely on. You didn't have friends. Your family treated you, sheltered you, mistreated you, didn't treat you at all. Relationships, connections, toxic people doing stuff out of their own gain. It's a part of the full journey, the full adventure, in order to get to this legacy, to this, I don't want to say trophy, this legacy. That's just, it was something else, and it just quickly went away. You're gonna have to choose to fight. Now that could be in the physical, that could be in the spiritual, but you're gonna have to fight. If you choose to fight, there's nothing that they can do. Winning is in the victory comes in you just choosing to fight. I think God is wanting you, whoever this is for, and like I said, maybe it's for me, because I take all of these and feel like, I will apply this to my life in some type of way. God is willing to get in the ring, be willing to stand in the Coliseum, be willing to rescue, be willing to fight, be willing to try harder. Even when you feel like you don't have that power, even when you feel like you're not God's, you're not of God, God is not with you. I feel like there is something in you that you're going to have, you can activate. And maybe this also goes with the Aquarius yesterday. You can activate. If you just say, I choose to fight, I choose to not give up, I choose to not give in, I choose to not let them get over, I choose to stand 10 toes down in who I am, and I choose to fight. I'm not perfect. I'm not I'm not tall, I'm not short, I'm not fat, I'm not skinny, I'm not whatever uh fab or trend is going on. I don't got a BBL, I don't got nails. I got nails. I got I mean, whatever it is that you are and that you know you are called to be and who you're called to be, I'm getting, as long as you stand up in you and you choose to fight, everything else is going to be taken care of. Hercules. And that does not mean literal fighting. That don't mean out here boxing people, giving people buck 50s. None. Mm-mm. So, I mean, if it comes to that, possibly. I don't know. Because I don't know. I ain't there. But, like, maybe you got to fight somebody in the court system. Maybe you've been holding back and you're constantly going back and forth to court and you're just like, oh, well, this, whatever, you're letting it go. Maybe it's time to, all right, now this is the truth. This is the evidence. This is that. Maybe with a job, maybe you're being called to out something, to speak up about a boss, to speak up about your coworker. Um, maybe it's calling you to move out of a house. Maybe you're being called to divorce somebody. Maybe you're being called to move school districts because your kids are not being treated fairly or not getting the same education that you know they deserve. Maybe you're being called to leave that hospital because you know what they're doing to those patients, and you know it isn't aligned with your morals, and they're out for money and not for betterment and for helping people. Maybe you're being called to fight and start an herbal business. Maybe you're being called to fight and start your own school. Maybe you're being called to fight and do something other than what you have been doing for the past 10 years, 12 years, 5 years, 2 weeks. Maybe you're being called. Maybe you just got this job and you walked in thinking this was going to be everything, all that in the bag of chips. And then you realize, no, they lied about this, they lied about that. Maybe it's time to speak up and say, hey, you're not standing on your word. I signed a contract that said I was coming in. I was under the impression that I was coming in for this, that I was doing that. You're being called to stand up, to speak out, not necessarily to lay hands on somebody. Maybe we maybe you're being called to pray for somebody. That's how you're fighting this. Maybe you're being called to get in the spiritual realm and dead everything that is coming to attack you and your family. Maybe you're being called to rebuke every entity that is coming up against your finances, your marriage, your health, your children. You're being called to fight. Are you willing to stand up for yourself and what you deserve? Are you willing? Okay, 4:33. I might have to stop this and come back. You can't handle the truth. Everything is working for your good. The world. Life is hard. Wear a helmet. Boy Meets World. Girl, it's hard. But are you willing to fight? Put on a helmet. Salvation of God. I just heard the helmet of... I also thought about somebody too when I said that. Page of Cups. Just saying, I've only been around for 5 years. There's a lot of stuff I don't know. This card has changed. This is Dennis the Menace right now, but this has changed. So it's giving, like, you just, maybe with that child, be like a child, a different world. 8 of Pentacles. Like the faith of a mustard seed. Have enough faith to get in the fight that God is going to work this out for you. That you don't have no worries. Like, even though this is not the card no more, and right now, like, this crazy, because I usually remember what I changed the card to, but I saw the slingshot in my head, right? They Goliath, get in the fights. And I don't know why today this is just, I don't know, maybe 8 of Pentacles. So like I said, different world. Deus nondum. I try to remember that so bad. Deus nondum te confacit. God has not yet finished you. Different world. So we got the world, right? We got the world. And then we got a different world. With God in it, it's always going to be a different world, no matter what they do. That's why they looked at David like, what? How you think you can slay Goliath with a slingshot? Or a rock, whatever they say. 10 of Wands, smart guy, try to be more sensitive to the fact that you're different. So, once again, they think him and his henchmen, in their henchmen, the henchmen, they think they're smarter than you. They want you to be empty and broke, but you're not. 4 of Pentacles. Quick, what's the number for 911? The little rascals, they're rascals. That's the devil and they henchmen. And it's funny I say that, and I love the little rascals, but it's just the red bow tie and that little spike, even though we know it's two spikes, two horns. It just gives. 7 of Swords, liar, liar. That's just something ugly people say. See, the people are bad. So deception, lies, trickery, wanting an audience, but they're going to get an audience. Tower of Terror. The spell must have hit both elevators. So whatever evil has been trying to come towards you is going back. Choose to fight. The spell must have hit both elevators. It got to. At least messing around with me, it's going to come back to you. It's always going to come back to you. Just do it. Swooshed. Hierophant. Whitney Houston, I'm either my best friend or my worst enemy. There's a trophy. Take a chill pill. So relax, pour love into yourself. Jackie Brown, you fighting, shooting, guns, Jackie Brown. Fight by pouring love into yourself. Fighting might be the act of pouring love into yourself. Maybe you don't stick up for yourself like me. Okay, depends on the situation. But definitely in the past, I used to let a lot of stuff ride. In fact, like, I just had a situation where I had to, not that I really wanted to, but I feel like if you're in the spiritual realm and you call yourself a high priestess, but then you doing real low level stuff. I mean, you could be a high priestess, but I don't know what side you're on, because I know what side you're on, because it ain't the light. So where I usually just try, like, let me get that ill, they got me, it's cool, it's whatever. Nah. And it's just the act of speaking out. I don't need a back and forth argument about why you're wrong. It's because there's already your heart posture behind it. But let me call this out, because in the past I didn't stand up for myself. I didn't call somebody out when they was wrong. I let them lie. I let them get away. I let them take my money. I let them scam me. I let them play in my face. So now is a change. Let me stand up in who I am and let you know exactly what you did. It wasn't cool. Whether it gets rectified or not, I know I'm, because I really don't care about your side of the story. It is what it is. Especially coming from a person like me who takes a very long time before I actually will call somebody out on something. Like, I'll give people multiple chances to rectify whatever is wrong. So when I do speak about it, I have a good enough reason to speak about it. We choose. And behind her head it says die. I made it like that for a reason. Judgment. Luann Johnson. Knowledge counts, but common sense matters. What are you choosing? And like I said, so I'm going to take it. But this Seven of Wands. Wind it back up. We got the Star. Moses, Prince of Egypt. Another one. This is my favorite. Well, one of my favorites. Cartoon movies back then. Behold the power of God. Alright. Because I gotta go make some shakes. I gotta go make some shakes. Not literal shakes, but I gotta make some shakes. Alright. So, God is coming through with that judgment. God is bringing some blessings towards you. Maybe some lessons towards other people. King of Swords. That authority that I'm calling it out. That let's put it on the front street, in front of the world. It's that judgment. Let me tell you who you are, or let me ask you why you are who you are. Jerry Springer. Take care of yourselves and each other. King of Swords. Feel like you need to take care of who takes care of you. Home Alone. Who cares for you? Who loves you? Who's your family? Who's the family you created? Home Alone. Four of Wands. I made my family disappear. What else can I do with the one? I just got something I gotta do. Wheel of Fortune. So we got everything is working for your good, and then the Wheel of Fortune. Pat, say Jack. Vanna White. Feel like you ain't gonna have to say Jack. They gonna see it. The proof gonna be in the pudding. And meanwhile, while you winning, somebody might be up here with this loser turn. Three of Swords. Ghost. It's amazing, Molly. The love inside you, take it with you. One way. So UGLY, you ain't got no alibi, you ugly came out. And I forget the other one that just came out. So we got Babs, 10 of Cups. Maybe started out, maybe, but maybe not. Some things are just priceless, you know, Mick. So maybe this is how you felt, or other, you know, somebody might be viewing it like that, or looking at your situation like you worse than you started, but it's actually not. Sometimes losing things, losing people is a blessing, and it turns out better than how you actually started. Let's see. What other energy? 10 of Pentacles, TLC. It says, I'll tell it. We're not going to sugarcoat anything anymore if we've been quiet long enough. So, getting this starting from the bottom, like being broke, maybe broke down, losing out, but coming back up, speaking your truth, standing in who you are, and accepting something. Like they are accepting. I think this was the Grammys. They're accepting trophies, once again, trophies, right, for something they worked hard for, but throughout the years they really had nothing to show for it. They were broke. That, like, the rest of the quote was, when she was like, we've been quiet long enough, is they were broke. People were robbing from them, Pebbles and whoever else. They were stealing their money. They were they had all this stuff they had to pay for, tours and like the hotels, the cars, and responsible for all of that. So they had no money. And they're in a position where they're seemingly winning, but they're not winning. But from this point, I do believe that their situation went up until left eye passed. Rest her soul. What else is going on? So, and it's also 10, 10, 10 of Cups, 10 of Pentacles, change. The roof is on fire. Let that motherfucker burn. That's 10 of Swords, 10, 10, 10. So whatever it is, remember who you are. So maybe there is a third party situation going on. Maybe there was a third party situation going on that you have to let go, that you need to let go. Because then we have the Justice card coming out. You have to get up pretty early in the morning to fool Maxine Shaw. So maybe somebody is trying to. And then, oh, well, okay, aside from a third party situation, if the card is go, maybe also something in the spiritual realm as well. And we got the Justice card. You got to get up pretty early in the morning to full Maxine Shaw. So somebody's trying to pull something over on you, but it's not going to work. Justice card. Then the Six of Cups. Don't touch that dial. We'll be right back. So I'm getting whatever it is coming back to you. Television, aka boob tube. Maybe you've been lying to yourself. Maybe you've been being lied to, presented with false perceptions of something. The with the pencil that came out earlier, cassette tapes. Seven of Wands. So something in the past, going back. What is this energy? Hakuna Matata. So we got remember who you are and Hakuna Matata means word. So whatever this inner, trust the process. You got mail. Trust the process, and you got mail just flipped out. So I'm getting, it really doesn't even matter what this past energy is, or what this is. Pentacles, office space. So that means every single day that you see me, that's on the worst day of my life. This doesn't mean that, but this is what they want you to feel. But maybe you're ignoring that. You got Page of Swords. This is a different card too. Talk to the hand because the face ain't listening. So somebody is gossiping. Maybe that's what they're saying, like every day is the worst day of your life. Maybe they want to feel like you don't have money, that you're broke, that you're trying to do something and it's not working. They're looking into your life. They're trying to figure out what's going on. Maybe they're going over papers. Maybe they, I don't know, like sticky fingers. There's a whole bunch of sticky notes on him and stuff. Maybe they're doing something against you. But then this just fell out backwards. Tribe Called Quest, bugging. Knight of Swords, just saying. Bugging. So somebody on this journey, this adventure that you're on, somebody been bugging and you ain't been bugging. You've been ignoring it, going about your business. And I said I wasn't going to take no cards that fell on the floor. These fell on the floor. Chariot and Seven of Pentacles. So you've been ignoring it, moving towards blessing, trying to fix whatever you can, heal whatever you can. Understanding your boundaries, your limits, because the Steel card, the Chariot card is Steel, from the movie Steel, Shaq. And that card, I mean, he's covered in steel, which, I mean, that means you're putting on your suit, your armor. And as well, he also stood up for injustices in his friends in the community. Sorry. I thought I was done for, and I probably need to be, though. What time is it? Oh, I can't even. 452. He was fighting people's causes in the community, right? But then also on the card, it says, I could never shoot the free throws. So you know your boundaries, you know your limits, but you're still working towards your goals, your dreams, your stability. So we got Hasta La Vista, baby. The 1984. Those years might be significant. 2029 is in 5 years. 1984. That was a while ago. That was what, 40 years ago? 40? So somebody might be 40. You got show me the money. So I hate when it does that. I gotta figure out how to make that stop. You walked away from somebody? Don't even go there. 8 of Cups. I mean, I will walk away from money too. It depends, because it's not all about the money. 8 of Cups just don't even go there. So maybe somebody wanted some proof of something. That Xenon pops up as well with the moon and earth in the background. Raven Simonier in the background. If you'd like to make a call, please hang up and try again. Intercept message, 9 of Swords. Just saying. So I don't know why I'm getting like receipts. I don't know what that is. King of Wands, somebody stop me, the mask. So it says show me the money, but when I see show me the money, don't even go there. And if you like to make a call, please hang up and try again. It's like I got receipts, like, I don't know. I don't know what that is. More money though. A job ain't nothing but work. Queen of Pentacles, more money. So we got a lot of majors, a lot of pentacles, swords, a couple of fires, or wands. And a few water. UGLY, you ain't got no alibi. You ugly came out again. We got strength. Come join me. My garden needs tending. Maybe somebody you walked away from, or somebody that walked away from you. Maybe it was about money. Maybe you want to come back. Maybe somebody's talking, somebody's gossiping. Somebody's still lying about the past. The High Priestess is possible. Cinderella. So yeah, somebody come join me. My garden needs tending. Strength, poison ivy. The High Priestess, Cinderella. So somebody is still lying, keeping secrets about something. The Fool, I don't have common sense. So they're still lying about something, but there's receipts. Maybe that's what that is. There's receipts for this lie. What is this? And I gotta go. What is this? So we got all that. Princess of Wands, 9 of Pentacles, bling bling, 6996. I'm gonna go back around up. We got Seven of Cups. All I want to do is run, read, relax, roll over. I feel like there's you in a place of peace. It's not necessarily that you need to run, read, relax, and roll over. I feel like you're at a place where you can run, read, relax, and roll over and do whatever you want to do. We got Ace of Wands. I got half of mine. This is that starting over, that building from the bottom. Queen of Cups. Michael. You got to learn to laugh. It's the way that you love. Maybe that you got mail. It could be money, could be, but maybe that's a communication coming in. Maybe that's what it was. Like receipts. Somebody is coming to say something or continue to lie about something, but you have receipts on it. Six of Pentacles. What's going on? Blessing, Space Jam. So maybe it's just calling you to laugh it off, to laugh about it. Stand up for yourself still, though. Stand up in who you are, your truth. But don't take your heart posture about it. Laugh it off. Love them even still. And loving people does not mean you have to continuously deal with people. Page of Wands, Cowabunga, Ninja Turtles. So it's like they're ready to take on the world. They're peeking out from under the sword. They're coming out from their hole, from being the hermit, from being protected, from honing their skills. They're ready to explore. They're ready to show the world. They're capable. You got Temperance and Two of Pentacles. So you got Mrs. Doubtfire. Help is on the way, dear. And you got It's Morphin Time. Ah! Child. Ugh. All the way across the daggone room. It's Morphin Time. And it says, it's not me strength. It's who and what I am inside that empowers me. So is that help? Maybe somebody is going to come in to help you build that confidence, that boost whatever you need to become more equipped and skilled and whatever you need to do. Maybe somebody already did that. Maybe it's God coming through with 1, 2. It's Morphin Time, transforming you, upgrading you. All right, because I got to go. The Lovers fell out, Martin and Gina, but we're not going to go for that. I see dead people came out. So maybe somebody from maybe somebody that you don't know. Maybe your ancestors. We got Fly. 9 of Cups. So blessings. Maybe once again also somebody did. Somebody on the spiritual side is coming to bat for you. Friends, Three of Pentacles, they don't know that we know we know. They don't know that we know they know we know. So, this is on top of fly. The Empress, the Nanny, and remember to always follow your heart. So maybe when it comes to collabing with somebody, connecting with somebody, friendships, go with your hearts. Maybe if it comes down to they don't know that we know, they know we know. So something that you know and they don't know you know, maybe it's calling you to lead with your heart and not necessarily fly off the handle. There's a way to do it. Death, I'm going to gut you like a fish. So this could be death. This could be change. This could be a person. Let's see. What is this death? The hangman. The death I'm getting is like a person. You know, nothing could stop me with the loss of breath and I'm still breathing. So it's still on. That's interesting that it says that. But it came after the death card. So either somebody, maybe this is what they want, but it's not going to happen. You're still breathing. Somebody wanted you to die. Maybe they've been wishing death on you. Maybe they want you out. Maybe you've been doing this, and I hope not. Don't wish death on people. I don't care if they are wishing death on you. It's going to go back. Don't say people going to die. Don't. That's kind of crazy. Keep the change, you filthy animal. Basically keep the change. So somebody maybe from your past is trying to come back and say they changed and say they this, but you need to follow your heart and realize they haven't changed. Keep the change, you filthy animal. I don't need your change. I don't want your change. We got to act like nothing's different. So maybe they're going to try to come back and pretend like nothing's, like they are different, but you know, nothing's changed about them. So King of Pentacles set it off. Maybe that's what they're trying to do, set you up, take all your money. Maybe this is the group of friends. Maybe that's how they around the table about trying to figure out. It's not going to happen though. We warned you. Remember the rules. You didn't listen. Knight of Wands. So they were ill-equipped, hard-headed, unprepared. They didn't listen. They went above their means. They toted the line. Be kind, rewind. Let's be kind. What was that? Queen of Cups, King of Cups. So in this situation, you can still be kind. I mean, trust me, it's doable. It does get hard because I definitely had a situation where I could have got real rude or nasty or petty back. But sometimes it's just unnecessary. Stuff hurt in it, other stuff is petty. So you can speak the truth without being petty, right? You can give the pertinent facts and not be petty. So say if, never mind. Because I can only speak from personal experience. Well, all right. Say if, and see, my thing is, I think everything is, most of the time when I'm first, necessary. But anyways, say if somebody, say if your ex, right, got with somebody that you know, and, or, okay, let's, a person you know, they told you about a person they met who had money and they wanted to take their money from them. They wanted to finesse the person out of their money. Later on, this person is also somebody that you're with, right? Later on, these two people get together. Out of whatever reason, love, spite, whatever reason. So you know both of these people, they are now together. The truth is the truth. It's not necessarily petty to say, when I was with this person and they met you, they wanted to finesse you out of money. Or if somebody say, yeah, I came to you, I want to know what you said about me. They said you said this about me. And you can be honest I hope you would be honest if you said that about them. And be like, yeah, I did say, but you can also check it, say, I had a situation where that exact same situation happened, right? And it was like, well, you said that I think. Now, I couldn't in that moment be like, I ain't say that. But, or, well, alright, yeah, I did say you stink. Now, I also gave reasons as to why you might have stunk. But the person that, and now I should have said the person that actually told you that, because I can guess about who told you that, actually pillow talking to me one night while we were laying in our bed saying, hey, this person stinks. What's going on? Well, you know, they had a lot to deal with over the past. Maybe they're depressed. Maybe it's this. Maybe it's just, cycle. I don't necessarily know. That's not petty to tell the whole situation. A lot of the times I admit to my part because I feel like, well, shit, if y'all out here telling business, why you ain't tell the whole story? Like, and this is the problem. And it's probably why people have a problem with Monique and Cat Williams or whoever else is voicing their truth. And they feel like they're bitter or they're angry or whatever. They have a complete right to voice whatever happened in their life and their truth, just as you have the right to voice whatever happened in your life and your truth. Everybody has their side, and then there is the truth. So in order for the full world, because let's be real, people don't really vet anything. So in order for the world to get a small semblance of some truth, everybody needs to tell their story. Now, what they telling, or if they gonna tell the truth, that's gonna be different. Cause some people can't own up to their stuff. Like, if you ask me if I had cheated on it, I got cheated, but in fact, I wasn't supposed to be with the person, or we won't in a real relationship, so it won't cheating. So why is you mad then if I didn't cheat on you? And you see that this stuff don't even make sense. If we weren't together, then why are you mad? Obviously, it was something, because you're mad about something that you shouldn't be mad about. If we're together, I'm not feeling. But obviously, I must have did something. We got to start being honest about the full situation. If I was wrong, I was wrong. If I was right, I was right. If I was in between, I was in between. If I was gossiping, I was gossiping. If I was doing this, I was doing this. If I was playing this way, I was playing this way. Like, we tried to pick and choose, and it's always our side. Like, nah, I'm a full believer in telling the full side. Sometimes I just like, it ain't no point, because I be looking at people like, you want to believe your situation, you want to believe what you saying. And I know my life, and I know what I've done, and I know what I haven't done. I know what I've accepted and what I've allowed. You can't convince me of nothing, because I'm good with my truth. I know all the stupid stuff I did for revenge, for payback. I know what I didn't say. I know what I didn't did. I know who I didn't slept with. I know who I didn't, was in the trenches with. I know who I was at. You can't tell me the life I lived and think I'm going to believe it. And to make it worse, when you've been a part of my life, there is no way you can sit in my life and sit there and lie to me. We got to start allowing people to speak their truth. And requiring all sides of the truth, and stop saying that somebody is bitter or angry because they want to speak their truth. It's true. The right to say what the fuck they say about their life, just like you have the right to. If somebody wronged you and did something wrong to you, you have the right to stand up in that and make that person take accountability for whatever they done did. Whether they take it or not, you have the right. Just like they have the right to make you stand up on yours if you're wrong. 2024 is the year of completion, the year of, and all of this lying is unnecessary. The truths that want to be buried, it ain't gonna happen no more. The truth is gonna come out one way or the other. No matter who's telling it, who's spilling it, it is what it is. It don't matter if I got the cards, if I don't got the cards. It don't matter if I watch a movie or if I hear somebody's conversation. It don't matter if it's another tarot reader or if it's your picture. Expositions are happening this year. And it does not matter. Even the good expositions, because we always think about bad and negative. Like, oh, getting exposed. Well, if you wouldn't be doing something bad, you wouldn't have no reason to get exposed. This is the problem. We like to sit and dick people over and do shit fuck to people. We like to live in this little evil realm, or this I'm better than you realm, or I'm a tarot reader and I'm a this person and I'm a this person, I'm in this job, I'm in this corporation, I'm driving this car, I got this in my bank account, so I'm a this and I can do this. And that is not the case. That's not the case. I'm sorry to tell you, it doesn't work like that. It doesn't matter about your position. It doesn't matter where you're sitting. God is no respecter of persons. No respecter at all. So whether you the lowest of the low or the highest of the high or somewhere in between, whatever you're doing is going to get found out, and it's going to come back. If you're doing witchcraft on people, if you're speaking ill on people, if you're manipulating people, if you're cheating people, lying to people, stealing from people, abusing people, killing people, it's going to come out. This is the age we are in right now. There's a lot of stuff that has been swept under the rug, and we've been itching here for a long while now. I felt it when it happened years ago. It's just going to get more elevated now. And if y'all don't like the truth, go under a rock or something. If y'all don't want to admit and be accountable to who you are and be better and grow in that, go under a rock. You're going to have to. Otherwise, you're going to have to stand up and sit in that and be like, you know what? I chose that to be with. I chose that to be with. I chose that without a condom. I chose to do that. I chose to make those bad decisions. I chose to let those people in my life. I chose to stay here longer than I did. I chose to be a messed up person to that person. That's why they left me. I chose to be a messed up friend. I chose to talk about them. I chose to do this. I chose to walk this way. I chose to do this and that and this and that and this. And this is why I'm in this position. Yes, other people might have hurt me. Yes, I might have had a bad growing up. I had trauma. I had this. I had that. But there should be a time in your life when you sit back and be like, shh, I don't want to just be this childhood trauma. I don't want to be my last relationship. I don't want to be the last booty call. I don't want to be the last messed up job. I don't want to be like, I don't want to be on that lower register anymore. I want to grow, to be better than that. I don't want to sit in this no more. There has to be a time where it does begin to stink. Because I know what they say, you sit in too long, you lose the smell. You forget you sitting in but let me tell you, you don't forget. You just act like you ignore it and act like it's not there. And you want to You want to tiptoe around some while you still stepping. You got feet. Trying to tiptoe. You can't tiptoe if you tiptoeing in we smell you from a mile away. We can see your tracks, your trails. You're like, come on now. You can tiptoe like, come on. I stayed with somebody who gave me disease after disease and all this had multiple people pregnant on me at the same time as me and some other stuff, and still stayed with him, invested in his career, his business. Is like, did a lot, upheld him when nobody else would, knowing he was bad for my soul, my health, my spirit, my mind, my heart. But I chose that. I was 16, once I was in it, and I tried to break away. At least 3 times, twice, maybe 3. I want to say at least 3. First time, it was for a while. And that was only because I found out that he had somebody that he claimed as his, well, not that he claimed, I could clearly see she was pregnant, as his child's mother. Hold on, wait. Where'd she come from? Why? Alright, cool, I'm good. No, I can't. You got a whole kid on the way? Ain't no way. Yeah, I'm good. I'll be your friend. I don't want to be your friend because I'm in love with you, but I'm good. I'm good. And then that ended for whatever. Won't get it, like, it's unnecessary to get into the details of their side. But then, it was then me and him. Meanwhile, and I should have, like, common sense. Where is the daggone common sense card? Common sense. Was, girl, he not gonna be faithful to you because he won't faithful to her. He was lying to everybody. Like, you didn't even know this girl was pregnant until she was pregnant. I mean, she was already full-blown pregnant when I found out about her, but you know what I mean. I didn't know about it until I knew about her. Like, bro, wait, hold on. Absolutely not. But I should have done girl, what you gonna do? Same or worse. And I just ended up getting a little worse because she was able to get away because his heart was broken. And then while he bleeding out, I mean, he was always bleeding. He had some through. I truly do, because it's not like I don't understand now in hindsight. Foresight. I had foresight back then, but young, dumb, and full of he had a lot of trauma and things he needed to work on and work through. Unless those was lies too. Dealing with females. So, and babies and yeah, it was like a lot. So he was already dead. And then to have his situation with his child's mother at the time and the situation that happened with them, he just continued to bleed. And on me, but I allowed it, right? I allowed it. Because I did see it. I saw it. I even at 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21 is when 2011 is when it just was like, yeah, I can't do this no more. Because for one, you've bled on me to the point that I'm bleeding back on you. I'm out here doing things I really wouldn't necessarily do unless I just feel like you deserve to hurt as bad as you made me feel and as much as you put me through. And that wasn't right. Now, granted, I'm human. We make mistakes. We do stuff. But I was also trying to tell the truth. And I was also trying to get revenge back at different times. So, like, I did. And this is what I mean by standing on what you've done and who you are. So I will tell y'all one revenge bit. I slept with his play brother, not childhood friend. Now, I regret that for so many different reasons. And the crazy thing is, like, I immediately cried afterwards. Now, it's not to say I didn't do it again. I just gotta be honest. But it's not to say that I didn't know I was wrong. And this person that I was like, nah. Oh, I'm about to make you pay. And I know this is gonna hurt you. So let me hurt you in a way that I feel like you hurt me and that you're continuing to hurt me. Because it was some things he didn't even know I knew about. Including the people that called themselves my friends that I knew about was going on behind my back that they thought I didn't know about. So I took that as my opportunity to be like, you know what? Let me get you back. I was wrong. That was highly wrong, regardless of what he did, whatever. Because I also, once again, put myself in that situation. I could have left. I was young, but come on now. I know right from wrong. Yeah, I was attached and trauma bonded, but those do things. But at the end of the day, because I did eventually, well, I did push myself away as well. So I knew it was hard to let go of him after a certain point, right? So I started to do shit to push myself away. Like when he was gone out of the state, I moved and he asked for a key and I wouldn't give him a key. And it wasn't that I didn't want to give him a key. I wanted to give him a key. But it was just a feeling like, nah, like how you had women in my first house. How can I trust you to be in a new place? I'm trying to establish new roots. I want new memories. I want peace in this house. How can I give you a key if I can't trust what you're going to do? If I decide to go out of town and you decide, because he wanted me to mail him the key, and you decide to come into town without me knowing, who's to say I'm not going to come home and find you in my bed with another girl? or that you're not doing this or doing that. So at that time, I had so many reservations, and I was just already, I was in love with him still. I loved him very dearly. But I was at the point where I was just like, I deserved her. I wanted her. And I knew I had to start putting up boundaries and walls to force myself to get more. Fast forward, he decides to tell me and call me and say he's tired of trying one day, right? And at the time, I was so hurt and fucked up because I'm like, I'm replaying all the shit that I've been through. Like, I can't listen like, after this, after this, after that, after I gave you for this, I did this, we've been through this, and it was just like, you say you tired of doing what? When have you tried? You're tired of trying. What have you tried for? I remember you forgot my birthday and you called my friend having a whole conversation with her about my birthday. Why are you calling her? Like, you didn't even talk to me but for a good 5 minutes. And then from her, I found out that you called her. So in my head, I'm going through everything, like the stuff they don't know about, the stuff I have never spoke of. Like, I'm replaying all this stuff. Like, oh, you tired of what? Who? Huh? Hey, let me tell y'all, it was not pretty. I got on now. If social media was popping back then in the early teens, like it is right now, y'all would have had a sitcom. Cause let me tell you, it was smoke. It was fire. I just got on social media and I spoke a half truth. And see, this is the problem. Why I feel like people need to admit when they're wrong. Because I got on social media and I said some things that most of it was correct, not incorrect. Most of it was correct. And I said about his business. And I look back and I hate that I did that way. And I hate that I did that shit that way. It is not because of anything that happened afterwards. It's because of that one thing discredits the other truths, right? So when you don't tell the full truth or you tell a half truth, it feels like it discredits the truth. But in this long status, because I was so pissed and I was like, I'm gonna leave this up here for all the years he wasted my life. And the truth is, I wasted my life. He helped me, or I helped him do it. But I could have my truth, just not on his page. Where he got pick-me's anyway, that's gonna choose his side. Because they knew they were sleeping with him as well. And they knew they was burning as well. But it doesn't help. But so that post I had put, oh, he wanted to start doing tattoos. So I helped him start that up and started, buying his kits, his guns, all that stuff. And I used to get it I had it on not rotation, but like subscription, where his supplies would come, new ink, new needles, new all of that. So on a status, I said that his needles were dirty. And that was fucked up because his needles weren't dirty. I was fucking buying the needles. Like that. And I wish I would, like, it's some things that I do wish, because I know people say they don't have regrets and it teaches them things or whatever. It's always a lesson in it, but I do have regrets on some of the stupid shit I've done, because some shit was just unnecessary. It was untruthful, or hurt other people than the intended target. And that's usually what happens when you're trying to hurt people. When you're bleeding on people, you're gonna end up bleeding on people. I mean, common sense. But I was just like, I mean, I look back at it now, I don't laugh about it, but girl, you know who anybody who back then they would, I mean, you literally would have to break it open out the pack. It's a brand new needle, like, duh. But it's not dirt because at the time, like, that has a lot of implications. Like, that could go against the city, the whatever. But I mean, that's what I do. I like that was the last, I think the last part, because I just wanted some oomph on the status. I'm like, I feel like these diseases ain't enough. Feel like you messing with this person and this person and this person of this age ain't enough because they don't really care, right? If they're sleeping with this person, if they're messing with this person, if they know this person, they already, pretty sure they already know what's going on. So they just knew it was like, oh yeah, she mad that bitch or that or whatever they say about me. But that's fine. They had a right to. They didn't, but they did. You know, everybody entitled to their opinion. That's what I mean. They had a right to. Everybody entitled to their opinion, entitled to how they feel. It is what it is. As so am I. Um, I don't know. I just feel like, first of all, learn from me. Don't don't do don't do nothing that when you do it, you know, I feel bad about this because I'm not even that type of person. Every time I've done it, I feel about it. And I had to go to God about it. Like, yo, God, I'm sorry. Forgive me. Forgive my heart. Like, I'm a fucked up person right now. I'm them right now. Like, I don't want to be this. I don't know why. I just want to revenge. I just wanted them to feel how I felt. They ain't. Most of the time, they don't even feel how you feel, or they'll act like they don't, but they do. But the crazy thing is, if you just leave it alone and let it be, more than likely, they're going to get their respect, especially if they're doing something against you. So, that's what I mean when, well, earlier when I said the fight, like, don't necessarily jump in it to fight physically. But if somebody is doing something against you, or you don't be the first one to throw that blow. If somebody is doing something against you, then you protect yourself. Put on the armor, put on your whatever, put on the prayer, put your lawyers up, whatever you need to do to protect yourself. Like, the one to start it, I guess, is what I'm saying. Anything to end this out, because I feel like we might be done. I don't know. It's a lot of pentacles on this board and a lot of major arcanas. I would put an energy and see who this involves, but I'll pull an animal spirit card. Yeah. I don't know. Maybe I'm just supposed to talk to y'all. Let's see. Let's do one animal spirit card because I was supposed to be gone 30 minutes ago. This will happen when I start to freaking talking. But yeah, I think people, y'all should give people the opportunity to speak their truth. Without judgment, especially if you're not in the situation, right? Because you don't know who's telling the truth or not. You can't take one side and, like, people really need to be willing to tell the whole story. Like, for and as much as I don't even like admitting to some of the stuff I did as payback towards him, because, and when I talk about, because I might bring these people up again, in another video or just conversation. I know I do talk about it on my podcast, but it's only because I don't have that many situations where I could pull from. I have a lot of fake friend situations, but as far as relationships, I've only been in long-term relationships, and my first one was my first team, and then it was my second at 16, and then it was my third at 26. And that's relationships. Now, I ain't saying I ain't, because I didn't, but they want relationships. I've only been in 3 relationships. So I'm gonna put that back in there, because why is that backwards? Like, I really don't have that much to go from, and that second one was a lot. I can't really say much about the first one because we were kids. Like, the second one, that was the trauma, the toxicity, the everything, miscarriages, abortions, diseases, money losses, taking L's, fucking up my credit, like, fights, stalking people. Like, that's the only person that I could. Now my third, I could talk about cheating, talk about the females with him, but it ain't really. I mean, other than cheating, and I don't really have as much to talk about in that situation. And so, I had all types of friends throughout my life. So, and they rarely last. I'm on my last handful of friends right now, to tell you the truth. Let's see how well we do there. I've rarely have yet to have a true friend not try to dick me over in some way weirdly enough, or do something weird that make me not be friends with them no more. Like, I don't know. I've just been a loner most of, like, a lot of my friends when I was growing up, they ended up just trying to get with my brother. So a lot of friendships ended once I realized they were either only talking to me to get to my brother, or we became friends and then they saw my brother and that's just all they wanted to be around. I was just like, nah, I'm okay with that. I'm not a third wheel. I've never done the third wheel thing. That's why I've never, it is not to say I haven't accepted people who have cheated on me. I'm not saying that. It's just why I don't play the third wheel. Like, ain't no nigga gonna ever say that I just stood by while he philandered on me. Like, they all the first one, he didn't, I don't think he cheated on me. He went before he decided to do that. He told me a lie that I knew was a lie at the time. It just sounded like a lie. My intuition was like, yeah, he just wants to go. And that's cool. We were young. Like, I understand. I opened up parents' doors by. So, yeah. But, nah. It'd be a lot of, I don't know. I don't know what this is, but we got interesting. We got the wolf. Why is all these? Oh no, those were upside down. We got the wolf. Wolf. So let's look at the wolf. And it's giving that fire. Don't y'all be doing this to me. Alright, I gotta go. Because I was supposed to be doing something. So, and I don't know if I'm ever going to learn these cards like that. Because I just bought this deck. And it's going to take a while. But it is what it is. So let's see. The wolf is Earth. Earth energy. So we're going to Earth energy. Guardian of family and tribe, activism, ritual. The wolf's mission is to uphold the well-being and longevity of the pack. Healthy wolf energy expresses itself through activism, mentorship, humanitarian efforts, or teaching, religious or political studies. The wolf gets into trouble when it assumes every member of the tribe must follow suit. This includes children walking in their parents' footsteps. Although it will surely be uncomfortable at first, practicing tolerance helps balance out agitated wolf energy. Contemplate the following. Embrace all, exclude none. When in balance, reliable, democratic, fearless. When out of balance, judgmental, dominating. To bring into balance, practice, let it go, let it go, let it go. Don't hold it in anymore. Let the boat out. Oh, that watchback about to be funny because I don't even know why I just did that. All right. So, yeah. I don't know. Take whatever you took out of it. I know I'm on a tangent. But it's okay. Let's do some tune-ins. I ain't even going to pull no grow-throughs because I really got to go figure out something. We know what to do to grow through. Let it go. Grow. Be honest. Be accountable. And move on. Don't be, whether you, whoever is watching this, whether you're against me or for me, let it go. Release it. Feel it. Release it. Let it go. Whatever it is, let it go. Some things that we are giving attention to and that we are holding on to, we're creating this that we're putting ourselves in. Let it go. Because the thing is, out of all the situations that I've been in, the fake friends, the family drama, because I think that's all relationship and fake friends and whatever is non-lies. I got family drama. Family drama be the worst. Fuck a friend. Fuck a no. Like, my mom, my daddy, like, come on. I got, it's real shit. My aunties, my great granny. Like, come on now. My uncles. There's other stuff that's more important. And this is to anybody who may be holding on to some drama, some anger, some pain, some from the past. Let it go. I honestly, and I don't care what nobody think or how they feel. Once I'm done feeling it, I don't care about it. And I'm going to talk about it. And I'm going to talk about it as much as I want these days. Why? Because it's my story. And I get to tell my story. And if you want to tell your story, come on my podcast, Tell My Story podcast. And we can talk about your story. And if you're part of my story, you want to tell your side of my story, let's go. Tell My Story podcast. Pull up. We'll go ahead and this message from the cities. Tell my story. Let's go. Like, not for real. I might do that. I might tell my husband, let's switch the MO. Let's grieve it out together. We'll be the intermediate parties, the mediating parties, because we have no skin in the game. We don't know what's going on between y'all. We're going to listen to your side of the truth. We're going to listen to your truth. And we're going to figure out where the actual truth is, right? So, anybody wants to, Talk about some truth with me. Come on, let's do the podcast. I got you. I give anybody opportunity to tell their truth, tell their story, tell what's going on, how they feel, what's on their heart. Because it is what it is. It's life. We make choices, we make decisions that we gonna have to live up to and own up to. So wherever you stand in my life, whether you stand in the negative side, the evil side, the opposing side, or you stand on the good side, the light side, let's go. And if you are listening and you want to tell your story because you have something that you feel like you need to release and you need to get off your chest because you know you can't keep carrying on unnecessary crosses and burdens and secrets that you don't need to be keeping, because trust and believe, you can't heal what you won't reveal, and God ain't gonna bless what you won't confess. Check it, right? So tell your story. And if you want, we can reach out to whoever else is in your story, and we, like I said, we can be that mediating factor to make sure that you're hurt, they're hurt, and the truth is told. No? Yes? Maybe so? If you want to, comment or go to Tell My Story Podcast, Instagram, Facebook, YouTube, anywhere you listening to podcasts. See what we about. We about elevating our people. All people, but our people. Right? We gotta want better for ourselves. Yes, you're not perfect. Yes, you've been a fucked up person back then, but you ain't gotta be that person right now. Yes, I done did some shit in my past that I wish I never done, but I ain't that person no more. Yes, I was petty, I was immature in the past, but I'm definitely not her no more. Yes, I'll go for your juggler. I'm still her though. Don't get that twisted. I used to show up on people and I still show up on people. Don't get that twisted. Alright, tune in. I'm just saying. Stand in who you are. 10 toes down. Always. So nobody ever confuses you. Nobody can ever confuse me. Like, even when I wasn't who I needed to be, who I was supposed to be, I was accepting low and less than because I was in my lower register. I was in my south node. I was, to low vibrational. I was still semi-me. I was still trying to walk in who I knew I could be. I just got blinded. Blinded by life. Blinded by potential. Blinded by people they didn't even see in themselves. And in turn, I ended up picking up that, and confidence then went down. I don't think much of myself. I'm looking for validation. I'm trying to I wasn't never that type of person. I didn't give about no clothes, no fashion. I used to rock what I used to rock, and it was cool. Now, I had plenty of people make fun of me in high school, middle school, whatever. That shit never bothered me. Shoot, this girl wanted to fight me because I had a long ponytail and I was light skinned. That was literally her words. Girl, if you don't go somewhere, but getting with the wrong people and having the wrong ties to people and exchanging that energy sexually will have you picking up people's compromises. Have you picking up people's insecurities, traumas. That's going to compromise your system. Have your mind fighting against yourself. Have your mind fighting against itself. Having your heart fight against itself. Causing you to act, think, do, and be something that you're not. And I had to it took some bull to realize it. But once I realized, I was like, oh yeah, nah. That ain't me. That's not who I want to be. These people don't make me. I don't have to have friends. I don't need nobody that's going to disrespect me and cheat on me every single chance he get. That think he can outsmart. Think he can sell daggone, what is it? Oil to a damn oil pan, a damn water to an ocean. Couldn't. I was more pimping than him. But once again, that ain't even who I wanted to be. Why would I want to manipulate somebody? Why do I feel okay being, you know? So if you hurting, if you bleeding, don't be out here bleeding on people, please. In that room, wash yourself up, clean yourself up, put a Band-Aid on, a little Neosporin. You got an infection, you feel a little toxic, put a little charcoal so it can draw it out. A little coconut oil, which is an antibiotic, antimicrobial. So it can clean it. Don't perpetuate the things that you don't want. I ain't never like hurting people I hurt, even though they deserved it. Even though they deserved it. It never felt good. Like I said, I cried every single time. We gotta be better. And I know everybody ain't made like me. God shit, I don't think nobody made like me. God ain't have a mold when he made me. He freestyled that bit. But what I'm saying is we could be better. All my life, baby, 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 like you. And I thank God that I finally found you. But you didn't. Because they don't make them. I mean, you literally found me, though. So, earth sign energy. Woofy, woofy, woofy. I don't think I saw nothing that came out for, let's see, Virgo. Taurus. What is it? Virgo, Taurus, Capricorn. Virgo, Taurus. I'm pretty sure Capricorn is somewhere on this board. I don't see it. But I'm sure it is. Maybe I'm doing the dates wrong. I don't know. But we got earth sign energy. A lot of earth sign energy. One last card. One last tune in. With I picked pink last time, let's do yellow. Let's do yellow. Let's do yellow. U-N-I-T-Y. Queen Latifah. I'm a Barbie girl, and I'm Barbie well. It's fantastic. You can. Life is your creation. Come on, let's go party. Oh, yeah. Come on, party. I ain't pulling nothing else. No, let's do a Marvel. I love Marvels. Let's do a Marvel real quick. I'm already late for what I'm supposed to be doing. Whatever. Already got a. Whatever. Alright, Marvel. Marvel. Come on, Barbie, let's go party. We got Rogue and Gambit, lit lovin'. Rogue and Gambit, lit lovin'. So what we got for Rogue and Gambit? Rogue and Gambit, lovin'. Love have arrived, meaning it's time to focus on the nurturing space of a relationship. It's not just about romantic connection. Though this can represent a platonic soulmate, a best friend, or even a creative collaborator. But whoever it is, you can be sure they're around for the long haul. So, like I said, the lovers did fall out at the end. And so maybe this just love could just be falling in your lap. Spirit fingers. Maybe love is just going to be falling out, just falling just in front of you, just out of nowhere. Just, you're going to be like, what? Where did this come from? I don't know. All right, I'll be back. Peace out, y'all.